Hello everyone. In today's video we're going to talk about the concept of measure of central tendency and explain the concept of mean, median and mode, and we will also discuss how to compute them and the meaning of these three measures of central tendency. So let's start. So first of all, what are descriptive measures? These are the measures which are used to describe data set. Numbers that are used to describe the data sets are called descriptive measures, and the examples are the averages and the percentiles are the examples. So we will talk about it, what are the averages and what are the percentile in the later in this chapter, but I will explain you this with the help of an example, and you better understand what I'm talking about. So let's go to this blackboard and let's see. Let us suppose I ask my student in a class that how much time it took you today to reach to the school, and let's say the student tell me the following data. They say it took me, one student says it took me 40 minutes, the other student say 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, and let us suppose another student say it took me 30 minutes. Let us suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have, let's say for the sake of discussion, I have 7 students, and these are the times they took. It took to them to reach to the school today. Okay. Now what I do, what I ask the student, please add these numbers and the sum comes out to be 210, right? And then I ask them, you divide this sum by the total number of the students. And I hope you are getting what I'm trying to tell you now, right? And the answer comes out to be 30. Okay. Now this is a single number. This is a single number. This number is a single number, 30, and this is describing this data set. It's a number which is describing this data set. Such numbers are called descriptive measures. Descriptive measures. Why they are called descriptive? Where they're used to describe the data set, right? 30 is a descriptive measure. Now we talk about the measures of central tendency. These are the descriptive measures which indicate or tells you where is the center of the data set, or where is the most typical values of the data set lie. What is the point where the most of the values are clustered, right? Such a measure, such a descriptive measures are called measures of central tendency, but we happen to be lazy. We just say measures of center. And there are three most commonly used measures of central tendency, and these are mean, median, and mode. The most commonly used measures of central tendency, the most commonly used is mean, median, and mode. What are these? We're going to explain in the next slide. Let's see. Let's see what is the mean of a data set. In order to find the mean, or what we call it as arithmetic mean, what we do, we compute the sum of all these values and divide by the total number of values, as I have done it here in my example. What I have done here, I have added all these values and divided by the total number of observation, total number of values. This I have computed. This is the mean. This is the mean I have computed. This is called the mean. Why? I added all the values and divided by the total number of observation. We usually use the word in our everyday life. We use the word average. We use the word average. Average. But technically speaking, average is not the right word to use, because Every mean is an average, but not every average is a mean. So technically speaking, it should be called a mean or arithmetic mean. But in our everyday life, we in a loose sense, we say, oh, it's an average and it's an average. But technically speaking, average is a wrong word to use for in this context, to be precise, right? So in order to get the mean, what we do, we simply add all the values in the data set and divide by the total number of observations, right? You need to remember one of the symbol that we are going to use for. So this symbol is x and bar, and what we have sum of all values divided by the total number of observation. This is a formula I'm telling you, and this is called a sample mean. This is the formula for the sample mean, right? X, let me explain you what this symbol is. This is X, and in the line on the top of that, this is read as X bar, and this is the sample mean. Sample mean that we are dealing with the sample data, right? This symbol, this symbol, this symbol, this one, this symbol is called sigma. Sigma. We use this symbol commonly in a statistic, right? So x bar is equal to sigma x. Add all the x values divided by the total number of observations, and this is called the sample mean. And the symbol for that is x bar. X read as x bar, which is the sample mean. Okay. So we know what is the sample mean. Okay. Now talk about the second measures of center, which is called the median, right? What is the median? I will explain you with the help of this diagram. Let's talk about this. Let's see. Let's understand what is the median. Let's say I have a data set. Right, this is the data set I have. What is a median? A median is a value which divides the data into two parts. This is a median is a value which divides in data sets into two halves. Median, right? This one, this portion is called the bottom half. This is the bottom half, or bottom 50%, and this one is called the top half. This one, top half. So what the median does, it divides our data into two halves. But remember, in order to discuss median, your data has to be arranged in any of the order. Either it's an ascending order or it's in a descending order, right? So this is very important that you understand that. Let's talk about, let's take the same example which we have seen before. It was 40, 30, 20, 10, 30, same example, 50, and again a 30, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So these are the values I talked about in the previous example. These are the values, right? I want to find the median. I cannot find the median right away. That's a common mistake the student do. In order to find the median, I have to arrange this data set. This data set is not arranged at all. So what I will do, I will arrange this data set in an ascending order. First, I will write 10. Then I write a 20, I think. Then I have a 3, 30, 30. 30, 30, then I have a 40, then I have a 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now my data is arranged, right? Now my data is arranged. I can compute the median. Now these are 7 observations, and 7 is an odd number. Remember, when the number of observations are odd, we have one value in the middle. The middle value will be the mean. And so this is the bottom half of the data set. This is the top half of the data set. So there is the one value in the middle, and that is 30, and 30 is the median. So our median will be equal to 30, right? And you remember our median is 30, and in our previous calculation, you remember our mean was also 30. So the mean and the median in this situation happen to be the same. They may be same, they may not be the same. By having this example, or just this example, doesn't mean that the mean and the median will always be same. This doesn't mean. It may be same, or it may not be the same. So it's very important that you understand that. So median is a value which divides our data set into two halves. One is called the bottom half, and the other one is called the top half. And median is the value which does that. If you keep this picture in mind, it will help you to understand. The next concept is the mode, right? The mode. What is the mode? Let me write here a mode. That's the next concept. The mode is a value, the most frequent value of the data set. The value which appears maximum number of times is called the mode. Look at this data set. The value 30 is appearing 3 times. So in this situation, for this data set, our mode will be, so we'll write mode equal to 30. So you note that our mean, our median, our mean, our median, and our mode, they all happens to be the same. Remember, this is a situation which is happening, but it's not always the case that the mean will coincide with the median and will always be equal to mode. It may not happen. Please remember that. So if I'm taking such an example in which this happen, it doesn't mean it will happen all the time. Okay, so this is about mean, median, and mode. Let's see what else we have. Let's understand this example. Let's say I asked my student in the class, tell me what is the color you like. And let's say the students say red, green, blue, red, and blue. Let's say for the sake of discussion, right? Now, I ask you guys to tell me, to pause this video and tell me what is the mode. I ask you guys to pause the video and think about what is the mode. Clearly, the mode is a value which is appearing maximum number of times. Look at that, red 1, red 2, and red 3. So the red is appearing 3 times, so we're going to say the mode is red, right? Note one important thing, very important thing, that mode is not 3. Sometimes people get confused. Okay, the red is appearing 3 times, so the mode is 3. It's not 3. It's the value. So the mode is a value which appears maximum number of time, not how many time a value is appearing. So this is important. Let's say I ask you guys, tell me what is the median. I ask you to stop this video and tell me what is the mean. Let's say first we talk about the mean. What is the mean? I ask you guys to pause the video and tell me what is the mean. The mean is we cannot calculate mean. Cannot be calculated. The reason is these are the values which cannot be added, right? This is the qualitative data, and I can't add. I don't know what do you mean by red plus green? What will happen if I add red and green plus red? I can't do that, right? So for a mean, you need to do mathematical operation, and I can't add these numbers, so I cannot calculate this. Now I ask you guys to pause the video and tell me what is the median. Tell me what is the median. Pause the video, tell me what is the median. And you'll be surprised to see the median is still cannot be calculated. I cannot compute the median, because in order to compute the median, the values has to be arranged, and this situation I cannot arrange them because I don't know which one is a greater value, which one is a smaller value. Okay, so I hope you understand this lecture. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.